We welcome the memorial wreaths and flowers to be placed in the grassy area in front of the Alamo Church. Martha Fleetus of the Alamo Mission Chapter of the DRT will join me in reading the names of the participants who will be laying wreaths from both descendants to heritage organizations. The Alamo Trust. Presenter is Executive Director Kate Rodgers.
The Alamo Defender Descendants Association, President Lee Spencer White.
The William Barrett Travis Descendants, Edith Politz.
The David Crockett Descendants.
Errol Flannery. Squire Damon, descendant Paul Gescheitel.
The Gordon Jennings family, Tim Weaver and George Lockwood.
The Jesse McCoy descendants, George, Eric, and Jason Shaw. The Gregorio Esparza descendants, family descendants. Come forward.
Tapley Holland family descendants, Butch Ward. Andrew Kent descendants, Forrest Bias.
The Andrew Kent Family Association, Glennis Beckett.
Jonathan Lindley descendants, Richard J. Lindley Jr.
The William Sutherland descendant, George Bud Northington.
The Toribio Lozoya descendants, Patricia Mota and Diane Baird Parker.
The William T. Malone descendant, Ned Hutchmacher.
Juana Navarro de Alsbury and Gertrudis Navarro descendants, Sandy Salinas.
Any other Alamo descendant presenters, please come forward.
Alamo Mission Chapter, President Carla Miller. Colonel Jim Bowie. Alamo Mission.
Alamo Couriers Chapter, President Sandy Salinas.
The Alamo Heroes Chapter, Secretary Nancy Zinsmeister.
San Jacinto Chapter, Past President Aaron Remberry.
James Bowie Chapter, Dr. Janet Russell, who will be representing the chapter. Are there any other DRT chapters here who are wishing to present flowers? If so, please come forward.
For the SRT President General, Randy Pollard, we have past President General Ken Pfeiffer joining with Alamo Chapter President Tom Jones.
San Jacinto Chapter 1, President Rick Powell.
Sidney Sherman Chapter number 2, President George Hill.
Mirbeau B. Lamar, Chapter 5, President Jess Stewart.
Stephen F. Austin, Chapter number 6, President Bill Yates.
William B. Travis, Chapter 7, President John Keck. Thomas J. Rusk, Chapter 8, President Kenneth Rainey.
George B. Erath, Chapter 13, Vice President Trevor Wardlaw.
William Joel Ryan, Chapter 14, President Blair Fannin.
Henderson Yoakum Chapter, Secretary Ron and Kenneth McInerney.
Henry Millard, Chapter 28, Chapter Historian Terry Myrick.
Gonzalez, Immortal 32, Chapter 29, President Ricky Walker.
Sam Houston, Chapter 38, President Rick Gieffrey.
The Lone Star Chapter 58, President Rusty McLaughlin.
Erastus D. Smith, Chapter 60, President Tony Serta IV.
Any other SRT chapters, please come forward. And now for our heritage organizations. We have the Alamo Historical Society, Chairman Glenn Effler.
Alamo Area Tejano Descendants, Ricky Reyes.
The Texas Sons of the American Revolution, President Sam Massey.
1718, San Antonio Founding Families Descendants. President Lisa Santos.
Next we have the man who's come the farthest away to honor the Alamo Defenders, honoring the United Kingdom Alamo Defenders, Mr. Clive Lynch. Mr. Dwight Hartley, and any other Alamo floral presenters. Pennsylvania 15. Thank you all for honoring your ancestors and your heritage. Remember the Alamo.
Colonel Juan Seguin's Alamo Defenders Burial Oration, Columbia, present-day Houston, Telegraph and Texas Register, April 4th, 1837.
Compañeros de armas, estos restos que hemos tenido el honor de conducir en nuestros hombros son los valientes héroes que murieron en el Álamo. Sí, mis amigos, ellos prefirieron morir 1000 veces que rendirle servicio al yugo del tirano. ¡Qué ejemplo tan brillante! Digno de anotarse en las páginas de la historia. El genio de la libertad parece estarlo viendo en su elevado trono, desde donde, con semblante alegaño, lo señala diciendo: ahí tenéis vuestros hermanos Travis, Bowie, Crockett y otros. Varios a quienes su valor los coloca en el número de mis héroes. Sí, soldados y conciudadanos, estos son los entes meritorios a quienes el revés de la fortuna, en el presente campaña, entregó sus cuerpos a la ferocia de sus enemigos, los cuales bárbaramente, semejándolos a los brutos, fueron atados de pies y arrastrados hasta este punto en donde fueron reducidos a cenizas. Yo os convido a que, poniendo por testigo los venerables restos de nuestros dignos compañeros, digamos al mundo entero: Texas será libre, independiente, o pereceremos con la gloria en los combates.
Companions in arms, these remains which we have the honor on carrying on our shoulders are those of the valiant heroes that died in the Alamo. Yes, my friends, they preferred to die 1,000 times rather than submit themselves to the tyrant's yoke. What a brilliant example, deserving of being noted in the pages of history. The spirit of liberty appears to be looking out from its elevated throne with its pleasing mien and pointing to us, saying, these are your brothers, Travis, Bowie, Crockett, and others whose valor places them in the ranks of my heroes. Yes, soldiers and fellow citizens, these are the worthy beings who, by the twist of fate, during the present campaign, delivered their bodies to the ferocity of their enemies, who barbarously treated as beasts were bound by their feet and dragged to this spot, where they were reduced to ashes, the venerable remains of our worthy companions as witnesses. I invite you to declare to the entire world, Texas shall be free and independent, or we shall perish in glorious combat. Colonel Juan N. Seguin, Commandant San Antonio, Texas, Army of the Republic. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a moment of silence to remember these brave men. At this time, a volley will be fired in memory of the fallen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes today's dawn ceremony. Before we go, I'd like to again thank Chris Caval for the fantastic sound and lighting, our terrific trumpet player, Sergeant First Class David Martinez, David Sutherland for that moving performance of Amazing Grace, and Frank Martinez, a great friend of the Alamo and gifted violinist. We also want to extend our gratitude to the San Antonio Living History Association and all the participants in today's ceremony. I want to acknowledge the recent passing of a beloved member of our Living History team, Ray Galasso. Ray's memory lives on in his teammates who loved him dearly. We will fly a Texas flag over the plaza today in Ray's honor. Please join me in a moment of silence honoring Ray's life. Thank you. As the 2024 Dawn at the Alamo ceremony comes to a close, I wish to thank all of you for joining us to honor these men at the hour of their deaths. May we always keep their memories and their sacrifice in our hearts. And may we always come together on this day, at this hour, to remember the Alamo. Thank you.